Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about struggling with cash envelopes. So let's get started. Have you ever set a budget with these grand ideas only to have it fail? Yeah, I'm right there with you, sister. I have been there. Until I stumbled upon zero-based budgeting, I kept budgeting but could not figure out what I was doing wrong. Why weren't they working? Why was I setting all these things up only to have them fail? I couldn't figure out why my budgets never worked. I mean, they looked great on paper. On paper, all the numbers matched up, added up, they looked all perfect, everything looked like it was going to get paid, and they all made sense. But by the end of the month, I'm just sitting there staring at my bank statement like, where's all my money? I don't know about you, but I've been there. If you're like me, you're not alone. Eventually, I discovered the power of cash envelopes. I also discovered it's the only method that works for me. If you have tried budget after budget after budget, and it looks great on paper, but it never really works out in real life, then I suggest you try it, at least for 3 months. Eventually, I discovered it's the only method that works for me. If you have also been struggling with making it work on paper, struggling to meet your budget on paper, then I suggest you try this for at least 3 months. Yes, it's a bit more effort to withdraw the cash from your bank and then distribute it into all these different envelopes, but that's kind of the point. If it stays in your bank, it will get spent, and probably not on what you planned on spending it on. The whole reason this works is because it forces you to plan ahead. After 6 years of using this method, it has become second nature to me. Before I head out the door, I think, where am I going? What am I buying? What might I need? Do I need gas? Am I picking up diapers? Am I going to get food? What am I purchasing? And because of that, then I can grab the allocated amount of money from each section. If you go out and you see something that looks really cute, but you don't have your money on it to buy it, and you feel like it's a need, but really by the time you get home to go get that money, you realize it's a want, that right there saved you. Because you would have spent that money if you had it on a card to just swipe and buy. And it really wasn't something that you needed or really maybe even wanted. Maybe it just looked cute in the moment, but really if you'd gotten it at home, you wouldn't have actually used it anyway. It has been like learning to think before you speak, but in a new way. If you're thinking, but what if I need something while I'm out? Let me tell you, that is the point. If you really need it, then you can go home, grab your money, and return back to the store. But chances are it was a want, not a need. You may discover these happenings occur really often when you first start this budgeting method. I know it happened to me a ton when I first. I now recognize that most of those were impulse buys. Not having the cash on me prevented me from purchasing them. Those were the reasons my old budgets never worked. You're still on the fence thinking, but what if it was a need? Then do like I have and start a list. This method has also started me jotting things down. Every time something pops into my head, I put it on my phone, I put it on a sticky note, wherever you keep your ideas and your to-do lists, jot it down so that you don't forget that you needed soap for the guest bathroom. You remember because you wrote it down. This method has forced me to be sure I jot everything down that is out or that is needing to be replaced, specifically for that reason. Nobody wants to run to Target and then realize there's something that isn't on your list that you need. At this point, you have two choices. Prioritize your items. Maybe you put that item back, or maybe you don't need it quite yet and it can wait till next week, etc. The second option is to there and then jot that item down and either come back same day or add it to your list for your next shopping trip. Let me tell you, this will only happen once or twice to you, and you will get really good at jotting things down and making sure you didn't miss anything. The next thing I was always worried about is having enough money on me for the purchases that I'm trying to. In the beginning, this can also be a learning. You're going to get really, really good at estimates if you're not already. You can either remember how much something is when you're at the store, or you can go on Google, or lots of stores right now have online stores, so you can actually take your list, add it up online, and it will tell you, even tax included, how much it will be. Or add it up while you're in the store. but don't forget your taxes. The next thing is, what if I want to purchase something online? This is so important. The virtual shopping world is huge. The virtual shopping world is a huge budget busting machine. It's the newest way to impulse buy. You will learn to treat this like a normal shopping trip. You plan ahead. Plan what you're going to purchase. Then take the money from the corresponding cash envelope and go deposit it into your bank to make that purchase. Deposit the correct amount onto your card you want to use and then complete your transaction. Next concern is a monthly expense concern. Next concern is a monthly necessity for me. So I understand it can be challenging, and that is online bill pay. Here's the way I handle it. You can try another way if it works best for you. First, when my paycheck comes in, I remove all of my money from the account. Then place the pre-designated amount into my monthly bill envelope for that month. Next, I stuff my remaining cash envelopes with the predetermined amount that I had figured out in my budget. If there's any leftovers, then that's when I decide where it's going to go, to savings or to my goal envelope. When the bill is due, I simply go to my bank through the drive-thru, deposit the amount, and then pay my bill online. If you can afford to do these all at once, obviously that is the easiest way. Like if you're a month ahead on bills, which I have a whole video about how to, it's even more convenient because then you only have to do this once. That's the reason it works, because it forces forethought, planning, and effort. For most impulse buys, you're not going to run all the way home, grab your money, and then go back to the store. And that ensures your budget stays intact. I hope this helps you if you've been struggling with cash envelopes. And I hope this helped you better understand how I use this cash envelope method in my day-to-day life. Well, until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye!